You are experiencing this exact moment, the colors, the sound of my voice in vivid detail. But inside your skull, it's a completely dark, silent cavern. Researchers have painstakingly mapped this biological hardware. We know your brain contains around 86 billion individual neurons, and we can measure the tiny electrical spikes they use to communicate. Our tools are precise enough that scientists can actually track these electrical signals and predict specific decisions you're going to make fractions of a second before you even realize you've made them. But having a complete physical map leaves a glaring gap. We can track all the data and measure all the firing cells, yet we have no physical explanation for where the actual feeling of being alive comes from. Raw electricity is just physics. A mass of biological tissue doesn't naturally possess a sense of self or the ability to feel fear or love. To explain how electrical pulses become an inner world, researchers are searching for a hidden translation layer operating between the physical tissue and your subjective experience. They call it the neural code. This represents a single firing neuron. On its own, this isolated electrical pulse holds no thoughts, memories, or emotions. The brain doesn't operate like a biological filing cabinet. There is no single specific cell holding the memory of your home or solely responsible for hunger. The meaning of any single neural signal is dictated by its rhythm, its timing, and how it syncs up with the surrounding networks. Think of a massive stadium at night. If one person turns on a flashlight, you just see a random dot. But if thousands of people coordinate their lights in specific, synchronized movements, they can form complex, recognizable images visible from the sky. Biology operates under the exact same logic. A single neuron can participate in generating a feeling of joy in one moment and then help form a visual memory in the next, simply by altering which larger network it fires alongside. Awareness arises from the dynamic, invisible relationships between these firing networks. In science, when simple, non-conscious elements combine to create entirely new physical properties, it's called emergence. Take water. A single water molecule isn't wet, but group enough of them together and the property of wetness appears. In the brain, emergence is triggered by information integration. Here we see isolated brain regions handling data independently. Your nervous system absorbs massive amounts of fragmented sensory data every second. Your unconscious filters out most of this noise to prevent overwhelm. Conscious awareness activates in the fraction of a second when these filtered signals lock into a globally unified pattern. However, raw sensory input is often too fragmented and slow for real-time survival. To compensate for this biological lag, the neural code uses integrated patterns to generate a predictive model of reality. This predictive system runs automatically, using past patterns to fill in the gaps of the present. It papers over visual blind spots in your eyes and synthesizes missing auditory tones to maintain a seamless perception of the world. Because of this constant internal modeling, your conscious experience is a controlled hallucination, written and corrected moment by the incoming neural code. Uncovering these mechanics brings us to the boundary of modern neuroscience, a limit that philosopher David Chalmers named the hard problem of consciousness. An artificial intelligence model can integrate staggering amounts of complex data, recognizing patterns and solving equations faster than we can. But it does all of that computation in the dark, without ever generating an internal, subjective feeling of what it's doing. So the question remains, why does biological computation result in the subjective sensation of seeing the color red or feeling physical pain, instead of remaining silent, unfeeling data processing? This limit in our scientific understanding points to an existential reality about the physical universe as it folds back on itself. When a human researcher attempts to decode how the brain works, the biological system doing the analyzing is made of the exact same neural code it is trying to study. This biological feedback loop represents one of the rarest known phenomena in existence: inanimate physical matter organizing itself into complex networks to achieve self-awareness. And it is happening right now. For the duration you have watched this video, a silent storm of electricity in your own head utilized that very neural code to construct your sense of curiosity, your understanding, and your ongoing experience of being you.